Euphorbia tithymaloides, subspecies Smalley variegatus, also known as devil's backbone plant. I choose cutting for propagation from healthy mother plant, due to fertility status can influence rooting. Then I stuck the cutting in the middle of the pot. After you propagate your stem cutting, it is advised to place it in warm and moist growing media to prevent desiccation. To prevent continuous desiccation, you need to make sure that the cut has enough water for absorption. Since cuttings do not have roots, they cannot replace the water lost through transpiration. Therefore, it is important to maintain my cutting in high humidity environment. This is to be done to cut down on the amount of moisture lost to the atmosphere. We need to keep cutting in high humidity environment until it take root. If you live in low humidity level location like Las Vegas, Nevada or Phoenix, Arizona, you need to make some kind humidity dome to protect your plant from desiccation. You can use clear plastic bag to make humidity dome, or just buy humidity dome in your local nurseries. You also need to keep the root zone temperature warm at least 22 degrees Celsius. My minimum temperature is 24 degrees Celsius and maximum temperature when trying to propagate devil's backbone plant cutting is 32 degrees Celsius. When I tried to propagate devil's backbone plant cutting, I place my plant at full shade location because direct sunlight may cause overheating to the cutting. Devil's backbone plant lifespan in my climate is perennial. Devil's backbone plant USDA hardiness zone is 9 to 11. If temperatures get below 5 degrees Celsius during the winter, move the plant indoors. Soil I use for devil's backbone plant propagation contain cocoa peat, red burn soil, micro, fine sand, old humus and charcoal. For me, devil's backbone plant prefers to grow at 6.1 to 7.5 soil pH and the plant cuttings will root in roughly 3 or 4 weeks after planting. Container size I use for propagation, height 22 centimeters, width 29 centimeters. You also can grow devil's backbone plant in bigger container than mine. The bigger the container, the bigger root system will develop and will result in bigger plant. Devil's backbone plant can grow up to 2 meter tall. Please make sure your container have good drainage. Waterlogged container will promote root rot. For me, the advantage for growing in container is gives me more control over sunlight, moisture and temperature. For this growing season, on average my water usage are about 400 milliliters and I only water my plant when the topsoil dry up. Water usage depend on container size, container type, weather and climate you live in. Devil's backbone plant water preference is little watering. When established, devil's backbone plant is drought tolerant and defoliation can occur should there be too much water stress. Devil's backbone plant can be grown to a wide range of light conditions. Devil's backbone plant foliage colors seem to be light dependent, meaning if you grow the plant in bright light conditions will generate more suffused pink or red on the foliage. The sap in the roots, stems and leaves of the devil's backbone plant contain a number of carcinogenic compounds, such as euphorbol. Please handle with extra care and wear gloves if necessary. The genus epithet Euphorbia is derived from Euphorbus, the Greek physician to Juba of Mauritania, king of Mauritania. Juba of Mauritania was treated by a plant, probably the resin spurge, Euphorbia resinifera, with powerful medicinal properties, of which he named after his Greek physician Euphorbus. The species epithet tithymaloides is derived from the ancient name used by Pliny the Elder to describe a Euphorbia, tithymalus, which resembles the plant. The subspecies epithet, Smalley, is named after Dr. John Kunkel Small, 20th century American explorer and botanist, who probably collected or described this plant. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe for more videos.